everyone. Welcome back to the Boom Boom Room. I have another episode, and I got special guest, Mr. UBV, Unbearded Veteran. What's up, UBV?
What's going on, Ashes?
Take two, man. Take two. This is our
Right.
take two, people. Y'all don't know it, but I was recording
The first
earlier.
episode was good. It was so good.
First episode was good, but I'll make sure I'll look over and make sure, the little red dots on and it's not black and stuff. But how you doing, UBV?
Incredible.
That's good, man. I'm good. I'm glad to have you on here, man. When you said that you wanted to be on here, man, I was happy. I said, hell yeah. Because that's the reason why I made this channel. I made this channel for everybody and whoever wants to be on here. I don't give a shit. I'll have anybody to talk about anything. Because people, I know with podcasts and people talk, I'm always interested what's going on in people's minds, how their life is. And because I'll drive, like when I go to the store, I'll look over at houses. I know this may be sound weird and creepy. And I'll drive by them and I'll look. I said, man, I wonder what's going on in that house, Are they sitting eating dinner? Are they sitting watching Gunsmoke or something, you know what I mean? Just weird shit like that. Always interested in what other people's doing. Not being nosy, but how people, I know there's, I know there's good people and there's a lot of bad people in the world. But anyway, I guess I'll ask you again about this, but how did you find the community?
I found the community originally through watching Brian Menard. As watching him, every now and then Guru would pop into the chat. And then that eventually led me to Guru and then the whole community and ACOP and everybody. And it's just absolutely incredible. And I had no idea how easy it was to just like communicate with everyone and how welcoming everyone is and how just great it is to be a part of. I've been watching for years and years and years, and I just had no idea what I was missing out on. I had no idea. If you're one of those guys that are out there or girl people that are out there, listening and not, get involved, man. It's super easy. Everyone is so awesome. Awesome.
Everybody's cool, man. I'm telling you, I've made some lifelong friends in the community. It's changed my life. It changed my life because, at the time, when I got in the community, I was, it was not a dark time in my life, but a stale time. I was doing good, sober and everything. It's been about 4 or 5 years ago, but I started meeting people and because I'd get depressed and, and shit like that. And then started interacting, playing games again because I haven't played in years. And then because of the community, all the content creators, Guru, Prime, all of them, they know who they are. They influenced me to start a channel, you know what I mean? And that's how my channel started. But everybody's been cool, man. I can't say enough about it, that just make friends, man. And it does take away your anxiety to play with somebody and laugh and kind of, forget about the real world, forget about the real world for a little bit and stuff. It really does. But I know you don't mind me asking because we're on take two. But we're on take two. But you said you was in the military, weren't you? The Marines?
The Marine Corps. I was light armored reconnaissance battalion. I was in Camp Lejeune, and I was fortunate enough to do a lot of things during my tour. I did 4 years active and 4 inactive. During my 4 inactive, just a couple of musters, nothing serious. But during my 4 active, I was deployed once to Iraq. I got to shoot on a shooting team, shoot for the Marine Corps in the Eastern Division shooting match. I got to meet a ton of incredible, wonderful, great people that I still talk to today. I'm actually, my wife is actually Baker. Is my buddy from the Marine Corps. That's his sister.
Yeah,
my wife is his sister.
So you married his sister? Man, that's cool. Yeah, I bet you do make some long life friends in the Marine Corps, brothers, man.
Absolutely.
You said
Absolutely.
you were doing some shooting competitions when you was in the
I
Marine.
did, yeah. I did. I was super fortunate. I got chosen in '06
Okay.
to go to a shooting match, and I placed really awesome, and I did
Yeah.
really great. And then I got assigned to a shooting team, and we did three different matches. We did the base wide match, which
Yeah.
we won, and then we did a international match. I actually shot against the British Royal Marines.
Damn.
Yeah, it was super awesome meeting those guys. Goodness, those guys and their accents, man, this shit's hilarious.
Really?
I
Yeah.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I
Yeah.
do, man. It was great meeting those people and shooting against those people, but we totally beat them. But you would expect it because they were shooting with our weapon systems,
Yeah.
on our from our yard lines. You know what I mean? They were at a complete disadvantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they had beaten us, something would have been wrong.
Yeah.
You know. But and then I shot in an Eastern Division match, and I was ranked 33rd in the Marine Corps at one point in '07.
Man,
Long time ago.
that was
Way back when.
sweet. Yeah.
uh,
You
and
still
then
you still a good shot?
I'm okay. I mean, I say I'm okay, but I guess I'm pretty good. Yeah. I mean, like
Yeah.
thinking about it, you know what I mean? I can still grab a rifle and you shoot a goat for in the yard and
Yeah.
in the head,
Yeah.
and it, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess that's a good shot.
Yeah. Do you go hunting? Do you go hunting a lot or?
No, no, I don't. I don't. I actually don't even shoot much anymore. Plenty of guns. Just, I don't know. I've shot. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
waste ammo. Waste
Yeah,
of money.
and it's expensive, dude, anymore. I remember back in the day, you'd buy 522 shells and get out there and plink all day. But I mean,
Yeah,
even those are kind of expensive. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It
yeah.
really is.
Everything. Yeah.
I know, like I feel like I'm a broken record, repeating myself, but we already know the answer to these questions. But what's your favorite game of all time? All time.
Just State of Decay too.
Save the K2 all the way. Yeah, and then
All the
and
way. I don't.
I know you can't wait on State of Decay 3.
Yeah.
It's
I'm very excited for it. I want it to take as long as it takes, though. You know what I mean? I would rather all the bugs be out before they release it than kind of the way they did with, State of Decay 2, where it's State of Decay 2 graduated into, you know, the game that it is, which is completely different than
exactly.
the way it is completely different, so. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it cooks for a while. Hopefully it comes out really, really good.
What's your expectations? What do you think? How do you think it's going to come
I
out?
would like. I don't have too many high expectations. I feel like that last kind of teaser thing that they put out. I think they're on the right track. I think they've got everything down. I really do. I think that they're gonna fucking knock it out the
Yeah,
park, dude.
I think so too, man. I really will be happy. You got to show everybody your shirt. We ain't showed your shirt.
Oh yeah.
Where did that come from? Did you?
All right, it's actually from this group I'm with. It's
Don't
called Men's Town.
I was fixing to say, don't tell me some drag queen strip club. Or
No,
something.
no. Legitimately, it's a group called Men's Town, and
Yeah.
it's just a group of guys. It's been around for like 31 years, 32 years.
Yeah.
It's basically a group of guys that said like, hey, we're not going to let life pull us apart. We're always going to get together once a year and like have a guys trip, catch up on life, catch up on, as you go, your kids, all this, you know what I mean?
That's
like
cool.
not letting life pull you apart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And part of that is the boom boom room. It's, that's one of the things
that's cool, man. That shirt is cool.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm gonna probably get some merch for see how this takes off and stuff. Nobody's asked me how I got the name, but it's off that movie Life. with
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah, he talks about the boom boom room, and they're talking about it. And he looks up. He said, "Man, nobody wants to hear about no fucking boom boom room." Shut the fuck up. You know, that's one of my favorite movies, man. I've watched it so many times. I like to laugh, but I think laughter, man, that's how you get through life. You got to take things serious, but you got to find, you know, the humor and everything too. You know what I mean? You got to go through it lighthearted, because you know it. You've been in the military. We've all. I've got a saying: we all got baggage. We all got a background. Every one of us has been through trials and tribulations, but it's how you handle and define your character, man. You know, about being a man. It's hard sometimes, but we got to keep rolling. I know we talked about you play the guitar. I seen a video of you playing, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
man.
I do. I have a couple videos up on YouTube or whatever.
You'll have to send me. I seen one on the community Discord and stuff. You'll have to drop one in my Discord.
Oh yeah, that was I can't remember. I think that was Eating Like Kings, I think.
Was it?
I super love that song, man. That song means a lot to me.
Man, that's cool.
It's a really, really good song.
So what do you like? What genre of music? I think you said blues, didn't you?
Blues, absolutely blues, and I feel like my kind of style is like more bluesy rock kind of soul type music. So
you like Kenny Wayne Shepherd?
I don't know. Who
you don't know who Kenny Wayne Shepherd? Man, dude.
No, you gotta send me something.
Dude,
I love listening to new music. Love it.
He's been around a while. I see him in concert. They have like a little blues festival here where I live in Arkansas. You know, it's only like 78,000 people here, but they have like a Blues River Festival, and he came here a few times, and they don't have no big concerts here, man, hardly, but it's just everything here. For a big concert, you got to go to Northwest Arkansas, and what that is that's like, you know, well, it's Northwest, but it's Fayetteville and Bentonville. That's like home of Walmart, you know, the headquarters. And you got a Walmart amphitheater, man. It's big. It's nice. And that's where everybody goes at, or Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Oklahoma City. So, or Little Rock. But, you know, you got to drive about an hour to get, hour and a half to get a good, get a good concert and stuff. But I do like the little small ones, you know, little local places and shit to go into. Yeah, I really do.
I play in like local like bar type settings and stuff sometimes with me, my son, and my father-in-law. My son does keyboard and flute, and I do guitar and sing, and then my father-in-law plays this weird electronic horn that he changes into like it's on videos. It's on one of my videos on the YouTube. He plays trumpet in one, but like sometimes he'll switch into like violin, and it's super cool, man. It's super cool.
You'll definitely have to send me some videos, man. I love listening to music and stuff like this. Especially
I'm gonna make a new song soon in post up. Yeah,
man, that'd be cool. Making sure, looking over, making sure that everything's working. I must have hit that button some way, like the mouse grabbed it. It stopped it earlier. Yeah. I try not to edit these too much, just be myself and talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's oh, you know, I'm going to get into this. Is about the beard, man. How'd you get your name? So that's how you got your name?
So I used to be the bearded veteran, and then I shaved my beard off. I actually used to compete, and well, I still compete. I did one on the 22nd of March, and I'm going to compete in the World Beard and Mustache Championship in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on July 4th, 5th, and 6th, or 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But I used to compete a while ago, 2016 to like 2019. I placed a couple times nationally. I did quite a few. Actually got my picture in the Guinness Book of World Records. Just a picture, nothing, no mention or nothing. Just happened to be a picture. Well, I also was on ESPN once with about some weird sports, you know, because of bearding or whatever. It was a super, super fun journey. And man, you meet some crazy, crazy people. And believe it or not,
Yeah.
women do tons and tons of competing with us.
Really?
Tons.
Women with
Tons.
beards? You talking about?
Well, okay, I did meet one chick. I
Yeah.
met one chick with a
Yeah.
beard. You gotta, I'll send you a
Yeah,
picture.
you gotta
You
send me a
gotta,
picture.
you gotta remind me.
After this though, I'll probably drop a picture here. You know, on this video of
Yeah,
you with the beard. Send me a couple
yeah,
pictures. So,
yeah. I did meet one chick with a beard. She had like a hormone imbalance, and she actually like just kind of
yeah,
embraced it. She just let it grow. It's pretty impressive.
yeah,
I think her name was Rose, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
But mostly when women compete
yeah.
with us, it's in either a natural category or a creative category. And the natural category would be like actual like hair that they would glue to their face, and then style.
Oh,
And then the creative one would be like anything that they were into. So if they were like, and I've seen before this chick that was into like tattooing, she like made a beard out of tattoo guns that
uh-huh.
kind of like laid against each other, and she had like ink bottles and stuff. It was really, really, really cool. But they do all sorts of things, you know, like a Christmas tree beard, you know,
Yeah.
and with ornaments in it or something, you know, just anything they could think up or anything that they're interested in or feeling like doing or whatever.
Well,
But they
what got you into it?
uh I was actually going through a pretty rough time in my life, and was looking for like kind of group to get involved with, kind of like, you know, the community I'm seeing
Yeah.
that we're with now. And there was this bearding community, and mainly what you did is you got involved with this like beard club, and everybody, you'd grow your beards out, and you'd go to these beard competitions, and then you would also get together and you'd do like you'd volunteer, and you'd go we'd volunteer at like soup kitchens in the city, and then we'd like do car washes and raise money for Safe Alliance in
That's
Charlotte,
cool.
which is a bad women's shelter. And then like all of the money that we would when we go to the competitions, all of the money that we like pay to compete, or like you do in raffles, or any money raised, is all goes to whatever charity is like sponsored by the beard event, and it's
Yeah.
always a local charity for wherever the event is held.
Man, that's
I
cool.
don't know the charity for Pittsburgh, but that's the way it works. And
Yeah.
one charity gets all the money. And one year nationals, we did like $23,000.
Wow.
I think it's like 20 2017, I think,
Yeah.
nationals was like 25,000 dollars. It's an insane, you know, really make a difference, you know.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Something to be a
Damage,
part
you
of
know?
something like that. Well, what the
Yeah.
highest you ever ranked in?
At nationals, I got my awards back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
nationals. Yeah, I got a couple of them. Here, I'll bring a couple of them.
Yeah, let's check them out, dude.
Yeah. I got a couple of them. This is the most recent one I got was full beard style mustache. That was on March 22nd,
Yeah. Sweet.
and now I went like kind of like the
Yeah.
way that I am now,
Yeah.
styled up, and you know, just kind of groomed, shaped beard or whatever. I used to do Whaler though, which is no mustache, which is like, what the heck was I doing with my life, right? I
Yeah.
should have been growing this
Yes. Hell yeah.
right?
Hell
What
yeah.
the heck? I got this one is sexiest beard.
Sweet.
And then this is nationals. This was second place at nationals. That's
So
the
nationals
highest.
is that like is that the highest competition?
No, worlds is the highest.
But
And
that's the
I'm going to,
second. The second is that's I mean that's nationals is like a below world, right?
yeah, yeah,
Oh damn,
yeah.
dude, first place. Damn.
Well, I got second at nationals.
You got second at nationals. Okay, so that's
I got a bunch of other ones. Oh, this one's cool. Everybody usually likes this one.
oh
This is
man,
actually an old pineapple grenade.
that's
Pulled the
sweet.
bottom, pulled the explosive out of,
Yeah,
and they made this this was second place silver.
yeah,
So,
man, that's
and then
sweet.
I did a freestyle or no, this is yeah, partial beard. Second place. Just a couple.
Man, that's sweet.
Nothing major. You get all dressed up, and you go and you have a good time with your friends and
still though, still to be in the second place in the nationals, man, that's a big deal. That's a lot of people you're competing against.
Yeah, I hope I do well at Worlds. We'll see. I've only been growing for 7 months, so Worlds is in July.
Man,
yeah, Worlds in July, so we gotta keep growing. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
push it out.
Is there anything you do to make it grow faster? Is there any tips you can give us out here?
I do take like collagen and stuff. I do take like multivitamins. I do eat relatively healthy. But outside of that, no, I don't. I use beard like oil every day, or beard balm every day.
Yeah.
Just honestly, because it smells so good.
And
like everybody compliments me on it. Like everybody.
Yeah.
Guys, girls, everybody, customers, employees, everybody, random people walking down the road.
Smell.
And it, the smell smells very, very nice. Very nice. Always get compliments on it. So that's really the main reason why I wear that stuff. But it also makes it kind of like nice and soft, and it makes it look like kind of shiny, and so it keeps the stray hairs from going all over the place.
So your wife don't mind it? She like it?
She well, actually, that picture of me next to my mom, it was actually a little bit longer than that when I met her. Well, not when I met her. I met her like a very long time ago, but when we started dating, it was a little bit longer than that picture.
Okay, but she didn't mind it though at first. Did she not like it at first, or what?
No. I don't think she's ever really minded. I did kind of shave it because honestly, I really love kissing her, and
that's what I was saying. It's like getting in the way.
And it gets in the way. Goodness, it gets in the way.
You give them that burn, especially when you like me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm growing it back out. I like that we're growing it back out. She likes that it's growing out.
It looks good. Your hair looks good too. How you got it styled? What do you use in your hair?
The same beard oil, dude.
Really?
Like I just put it up very crazy, right?
Does it make it too oily or anything?
It does make it oily, but whatever.
Looks shiny, smells good.
Yeah, right. Looks shiny, smells good.
I love when I'm in the shower and I got good shampoo, man. It smells good.
Absolutely.
I bought some. I don't even know the name of it. I bought it the other day. It was pretty good. It's kind of expensive. I said, shit, I'm gonna buy it. It just smells good. Man, it smells good when you're in the shower. It smells the best. I ain't got no woman though to smell me. Maybe one day I'll have one. It's been a few years, but I'll wait. I'll maybe want to come along or something. I need some rich old woman, about 80 years old. But it neat, let me just carry your groceries and stuff, and rub
hang out for a few years.
Hang out and watch some old black and white movies, and let her put me in her will. What I mean? Take over the estate when she passes away and fight all her kids, at the funeral. That's my goal. So. Is to get something like that.
That's the next step.
That's the next step. I got it all planned out, And I'm thinking about going to bingo, hanging out, maybe trying to find one.
Oh yeah, that's prime chickens there.
I've been trying to think, the best place to find me an old one. I don't want a relationship all rub her feet. You take her dog out, her little poodle Muffins. You got to take Muffins out.
You should try church. Church usually has older people.
If I go to church, I'll go straight to hell, man. Going to church, trying to pull the scam. I ain't doing that, man. The Lord has struck me dead now. I'm joking around. It's bad enough doing it out in the bingo hall, but going to church, man, like A-Cup said, Joel Osteening them. You know what I mean? He does. But I told A-Cup I met him. You know, I think I met him one time and stuff. He was laughing about it. I met him before he got big in 2000 because I used to watch his dad was a preacher. And me and my dad would watch him a lot, and I was in Houston working. And I went and met him, and you know, it was a big church, but smaller. And I met him. He's about 5'4", real small guy. I met him and his wife and his mom. And then 7 years later, my cousin wanted to go see him, and we gotta go see Joel Osteen. I really didn't want to go. I said, all right, we'll go. Sunday we wasn't working, so we go there, and man, he's like a rock star then. Bodyguards, you know, big long line. I said, man, I ain't waiting on this dude, man. You know what I mean? Just to say hi. But anyway, I don't know how I rabbit trailed on that, but yeah, Joel Osteen's a good one. I won't. If I ask you a question, you don't want to answer it. You don't have to. But you got faith? You go to church or?
No, never. Kind of spotty here and there throughout the years. My childhood upbringing was heavily Catholic.
Yeah.
But I just kind of choose to, not.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of different friends, man, from all walks of life. I've had friends that are Wiccans and atheists and stuff like that. And that's what's good about our community. It doesn't matter, what faith you're in or political realm, we all get along. I mean, we should all get along. And there's a line, if you want to have a discussion about something, say politics, it's all right to sit there and debate a little bit, but there's a little line there that you get to, you hurt people's feelings and stuff. We try not to cross it, but
definitely don't want to.
You don't want to cross it, because look, man, we're all out here trying to do our best. We want to enjoy ourselves, laugh, you know what I mean, make friends, and nobody wants drama. Now, some people feed off that shit. You know what I mean? Some people love it. I just ain't down with it at all. No, I ain't down with no drama at all. But you do. But Hell Divers, A-Cup wants me to try Hell Divers. Man, I've played it one time.
Man, that'd be awesome. It's a lot of fun. It did take me a little bit of getting used to, but once you learn stuff which I still really don't even know the stuff. I just am halfway decent at pointing and shooting, you know what I mean? So but it's really, 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 really fun. Especially when you get in there with a good group.
See, I need. I'm going to try to play with you guys next. I'll re-download it. See, when day one come out, my son's been playing it day one. I mean, he's up there. And he's you're going to brag on your kids, but he's a hell of a gamer, dude. My son is. He plays he loves those soul-like games. Anything that's, one hit you're dead games, he loves that. And he'll sit there and scream about it and stuff. I said, why do you play that shit? If you're going to scream, and die. But he loves those kind of games. He's a damn. But anyway, I bought it and. It was out like, I don't know, a couple of weeks, so I bought it, and it's still developed, it had bugs back then, it probably still got it now, but, little fuck-ups. But I bought it, played with him, I think I live streamed, I think I was drunk as a dog, too, when I played it. But the controls, man, because I was playing it on keyboard, and I just started playing keyboard, because I know it's cross-play. Like, if y'all's playing it on, no matter what, platform, I can play with you guys because it's crossplay. But I liked it, but like I said, the controls, it's just getting that learning curve of the game. I think that if I could get that, dude, you know what I mean, I really enjoy it.
I said now I'm starting to forget what we haven't said.
No, I need to ask this question standard. What's your favorite movie? What's your Three
So
favorite.
I heard you asking that, and I thought about that, and
Yeah.
I was like, man, he's gonna ask me that damn question. I was like, man, I really don't have
I don't
a
have a
favorite
script, dude. I just really,
movie.
I know I should be like organized, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like write down questions. I just fucking just be myself. That's why I made this podcast. I just want to
Yeah.
be like me and you're sitting at the
Yeah.
table, you know, eating a ham
Yeah.
sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, what is your can you think of one?
I say I don't have like a favorite movie of all time. I really don't. But I do have like I do have like a favorite song.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I have like favorite or like artists that I like music wise.
Yeah.
But like a favorite movie, I don't know, man. I just don't get down like enough with like the movies, you know?
Yeah, here you don't watch them a lot, or
Yeah, and like to say that like one is like my favorite over another, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I just couldn't do that, you know? Like I just couldn't do that, you know?
I got you. Fuck it, man. You know, all the movies, dude. There's just so many movies. I love movies, though. But like,
That's what I'm saying. There's so many movies, and it's like, how can you even pick one?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you do. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people can pick a favorite movie.
I think that a person should pick the favorite movie. It should be like category like, what's your favorite 80s movie, action, you know, or nostalgic movie? Because there's just, me personally, you know, I'm really a 90s kid in a way, you know, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love the, you know, 80s
Demolition
movies.
Man. Dude, you ever watch Demolition Man?
Yep. That's
Dude,
a hell of a
I
movie.
love that movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I watched that movie like so many times, like the tape would get loopy in certain spots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sylvester Stallone, man, is one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
I love this
Hell
shit.
yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah, Demolition Man is really a good one. I like all the Rambos too. They're fucking awesome. All the Rambos. You can't.
Amazing.
It's all that action. I seen a movie the other day pop up on Facebook that I haven't watched since I was a kid by Van Damme. It was Cyborg. I forgot all about it. You know, he had a bunch of movies. You ever seen that? Cyborg?
I don't think I've seen Cyborg. You ever seen that what's that movie with Johnny Five? Johnny Short Circuit?
Yeah, Short Circuit, little robot.
Yeah,
that was a good one. I watched that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Johnny Five alive, he'd say.
Yeah, yes.
That was a good one. Yeah, them old 80s movies, man. I'm telling you, old Goonies and all that shit. They don't make movies like they used to. They really don't.
They're all remade and it's all watered down and
you know, they want to throw some kind of bullshit in it. You know, their point or something. I think they try to do that.
They definitely do. They definitely do.
Propaganda.
It pulls from the film, and it's like, guys, you know, these are supposed to be forms of art that are going to be remembered all the time, you know, and you know, I don't know.
See, that's why I lean more towards is the older movies. Man, I could sit and watch some black and white movies, you know. It's just something about them, the way they acted, and you know what I mean. It just was like a different time, and
totally different.
Even though that, you know, not because they wasn't cussing in there and it wasn't as, you know what I mean, R-rated. It's just the way.
I think you had better quality acting, better quality film. You had to think back then. You couldn't just say, "Oh, we'll just redo this take." You know, back then you did that. Like, are you shitting me? We can't waste that film.
Yeah,
you know, we got to go get more film. Like, what? That's crazy. You know.
Yeah, it was like you said. It was art. I've seen the movie and I've seen the documentary by Charlie Chaplin, but I seen a real deep documentary, and it was one scene in a movie that he done. It took him, I know this is crazy, almost a year to do one a 5-second scene. He was so into it. He fired her and got 2 more actors, and at last he the first one that he fired, he got her back and took the scene. You know, it was just crazy at his mind. You know what I mean? But he, back then, they just, like you said, they put more heart into it, I think. And now, you know, it's always about money. I mean, somebody look up and say it's not about money, they're stupid, even back then. But I think they put more heart in the things, in the movies, and even the music, man. You know, I can't sit and listen to 20 swing, but it was really, man, it's some jazz. It was artful if you listen to that shit. And
Otis Redding.
Otis Redding.
Yeah, I love that.
Things is different. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good musicians and quality entertainment, but it's just not as good as it was. You know, just it sure ain't, dude. Not at all. You know, something interesting.
Oh, I did butcher my own pigs once.
Really?
Well, 5 of them. I can send you pictures of that too, but this is kind of gross.
Nah, it's okay. I'm just to gut animals and hunt stuff. What would you do? Just take did you get a process, or did you process it yourself, or what?
I processed it myself. Went out there, raised it up, bought it for like $100.
Yeah.
A little piglet. Raised it up until it was like, I don't know, probably like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
And then went out and
you
shot
monster.
It.
You monster.
You cut the neck,
Yeah.
bleed it out. And then after that, you drag it over to the gambrel, you lift it.
Yeah.
And then with pigs, now I'm telling you, it's tough, man. You have to, like, I don't know if you're familiar with blanching like a chicken. I don't know if you've ever killed a chicken and made your own chicken, like an actual chicken.
No.
Like, you go over to it, you wring its neck, you pop the head off, and then you'll have to blanch it, which is like, you like dip it in water for a certain amount of time and pull it out. What it does is allow you to like pull out like all the feathers real easily, and then it allows you like, and then that's what you normally look at a chicken like a rotisserie chicken, like that's what you see, all the feathers pulled out or whatever. It's similar with the pigs. You have to like do it that you have to like dump them. I made a big ass barrel and I dumped the pig in the barrel and then brought it up, and then you scrape the pig and you pull the hair and the first layer of skin off. And then after that is what you would see like a pink pig, you know, like, and then from there you cut it, split it down the middle.
Yeah.
I brought it into the garage after that, and then I just butchered it from there. I broke it into shoulder, you know, into the butts, did ribs, bacon, all that other crap, and then cured a bunch of the stomach, you know, or cured a bunch of the bacon, and then turned a bunch of the different meat into sausage, and it made a lot of meat for quite a long time.
That's what I was gonna say. How long did it last you, that meat?
It like a year. And family 5.
Damn.
It was like I mean, obviously we didn't eat it from it every day. But we had it for a year, and we didn't. You know, we ate it whenever we wanted. It was awesome.
How long did it take you for it to get 400 pounds?
Gosh, it didn't take long. It didn't take long. I feel like it was like maybe like. I feel like we had it for like maybe a year.
Wow.
For the first 2, and then the second ones were about a year and a half. They're a little bit bigger than that group. That group we sent out to be butchered.
So how do you know just when they're ready to be butchered? I mean, what determines that?
It's up to you. You know, you're like, you don't want to harvest too late, so to say. You know, they get to a certain age where their, you know, meat isn't as tender and whatnot. You know, when they get older. But you know, you don't want to get them too young too, because then you're not harvesting enough meat. You know.
So does it go by pound or age? Just go by the poundage?
I would say it's hard to say. You don't want the pig to go too old, and if your pig is lacking in size, you know what I'm saying, and your pig is like 3 years old, you need to go ahead and, you know, you're probably on the further side of that, you know. I would say, you know what I mean.
Man, that would have been nice, man, to have some have a pig like that. Yeah, I had land like that at one time that I had a big plans, do shit like that with chicken. Didn't work out, but yeah, that's the way to go, dude, for sure. You don't get all that bullshit from the stores and grocery stores and stuff.
We raised them right out back here.
Yeah.
In the yard. So it was that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and
we had like 50 chickens at one time too. So.
Yeah. I used to have a bunch of pet chickens and stuff. They ended up getting killed by weasels or something. Got my kids would play with them. I get those little Bantam chickens, the little small ones, they don't get real big.
Yeah.
And my daughter would play with them and like pets and stuff like that and name them. I had one, it was a frizzle, I think it was. It looked like one of those Chinese looking chickens. It had like feathers, big feathers. I named it Rod Stewart. I did. That was Rod Stewart. I think Weasel got to ride, man. He wasn't fast enough, Rod Stewart.
Oh, man.
Damn weasels. Yeah, I had the cage. I mean, it had to been a slit that big for that weasel to get in there. And one time this is, nobody could tell me this. I know that no human done it. I had a nest in there and they were laying on the eggs, these chickens. So, I go in there one day and look at the eggs, and all the eggs were going. There was like 4 eggs, but 1 egg, and there was a ping pong ball in there. So I was thinking that maybe a snake came in there and had a ping pong ball and maybe regurgitated it or something, or I don't know how.
Well, sometimes they'll if there was a ping pong ball around there, they might have grabbed it and put it in there, maybe. You know what I mean? Like the chicken might
chickens, have. But see,
the chicken might have grabbed it and like taken it. Like, oh, my eggs out here, thinking, because that's like a trick. That's a trick you can use if they're like, you can like put stuff like underneath them. I've
heard that. I've heard that before. But I don't know if my damn. It had to be something because the ping pong ball wasn't in the yard. You know what I mean? It wasn't in the cage because I keep them in a pretty good size cage.
Maybe it was that. Maybe it was that. Maybe the snake had ate that, thinking it was the egg.
Yeah, because I had a great uncle would raise chickens. He told me that's a trick to kill the snakes. Put the ping pong balls in there with the eggs. And they'll eat them and can't digest them. That's what he told me, So I don't know. That was one mystery I've never figured out to this day. The weasel and the ping pong ball. That sounds like a children's book.
It does.
I might become a millionaire writing that. Don't steal it now, UBV, from me.
No.
Don't steal that idea. The weasel and the ping pong ball. Yeah, that'd be a great little kiddie adventure. Man, that scarred the kids for life. That would. The kids would get scarred for life.
These dead snakes everywhere. They're probably going to be bloated, too.
Yeah. Man, you'd scar little kids for life. I better not do that. That's a bad idea, Ash. It's a bad idea. No, man, I appreciate it. I'd like to have you back on here. Hopefully everything went good. And, until next time, everybody, appreciate you hanging out in the Boom Boom Room. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not. And until next time, guys, peace out.